that on. Hello and welcome to TTFL. I would say Tier 1, but it's not tonight. It's Tier 1 and Tier 2 because so many drivers have decided to not race and watch the football instead. I'm joined tonight by, is it Cyro or Cairo? Cairo. Who's the normal Tier 2 commentator, but we've decided as everyone's combined, we're just going to run the stream together.
Yep. So yeah, really looking forward to this. Don't really, King Panda out, mate. Welcome. Seems a bit, how can I say it? A bit sort of strange doing it with somebody else.
That's alright. It takes a little bit of getting used to. I've done a few.
Yeah.
But the last, TTFL I do solo unless Hobo crashes out and decides to jump on comms. The RPR ones, I'm sometimes joined by DXT James Howe, but it's not done the last few weeks. So it's nice to have someone else to speak to as well, someone else to keep an eye on what's going on.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think DXT Anthony is the first one out now. Is DXT Anthony a Tier 1?
He is Tier 1.
So, DXT Anthony's Tier 1. Viper's Tier 2.
Viper's Tier 2.
Yeah, Viper's Tier 2. I know Mozu is Tier 2. Vader's Tier 2. Panda's Tier 2. Or is he back in Tier 1?
I think he's Tier 2. Panda's Tier 2, yeah.
I know Moylan's Tier 1. Nice and Spice is Tier 2. And CH55 Max is Tier 2 as well. Man, this is going to get so confusing, but anyway.
Yeah, we'll just not worry about tiers until the end.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say, Rob, it does look a little bit cloudy.
It does, yes. Hopefully someone will be on the chat in a minute to tell us what the weather's looking for. I wouldn't like to do USA in the wet.
No, I wouldn't either. I've done it once and I didn't like it. Never again.
The couple of times I've done it in the wet, going through the S section at the end of Sector 1, you can't actually see the track at all. You're just doing it purely by memory.
It's been flooded.
So Anthony now starting his, it's not Anthony, it's actually Jake, but I don't know why it's DXC Anthony. Starting his lap into turn 1, clips the apex nicely, running on the hards as well, so trying to save his softs for later in the session. I think everyone will be through regardless into Q2 unless they do bin it into a wall.
Yeah.
So 26-2 through Sector 1 for Anthony. It's your first time and promptly invalidates coming out of turn 9. So next, Viper's on and out lap, Sims is on and out lap.
I've got Panda on at the moment. Going up through, or going down to the hairpin actually. Does have another car in front of him.
Slinky in front.
That's his teammate. Is it Slinky or is it Blitz?
It's Slinky, just in front of Panda.
It'll be Slinky then.
So Panda will be getting a nice tow, but possibly get held up through this next sector.
Yeah, definitely. Got a yellow flag already in sector 1 and 2. Who's lost it? It's a Red Bull.
Vader round.
Vader's gone round.
Lost an end plate as well.
So Panda will come over, come around the line as well, with Slinky in front, and at 1:36.0.
36.9 for Slinky.
Now I just realised something, and I wonder why Slinky way of Panda was on a lap as well.
Who's next across the line? That's him starting the lap. Blitz coming across the line now. A 37.5 from Blitz takes him into third. Viper's done a 38.6 to sit in fourth. Scarito, a 38.7 to go fifth.
I'll go on another in lap as he invalidated as well. Moyland on a lap as well on the hard compounded tyre. There's quite a few drivers that are sitting on hard compound at the moment.
Yeah, the good thing with the latest update letting them opt for tyres gives them the option to run a different strat through quali and then extra mediums and hards for the race rather than just being stuck with one set of each.
Yeah. Yeah, Sim goes fast as well, 35.5. Panda's already retired in the pits.
Moyland is coming round 15 now. Into the triple right-hander. It's a wiggle as he comes out of 19, but keeps it under control. So 36.8 to take him into third, as Hobo does a 36.6, but they are on opposite tyre compounds.
Yeah, they are.
So 36.8 on the hards is a decent time round here.
Yeah, definitely. We've got Mosey as well then. Opposite P6 with a 1:37.4.
Still 0-0 in the England-USA game.
So, obviously I know we're only in qualifying at the moment, but Rob, if you was to race, what would your tyre strategy be?
Round USA, I'd be going medium hard, depending on safety cars.
Yep. Plus, we don't know what the weather's going to be like.
Yeah, not knowing the weather, but yeah, I'll do one stop medium hard. If there's a late safety car, with the way the tyres are now, it'd be, if there's sort of 10 laps to go, chuck another set of mediums on.
Because softs won't last long.
No, they get destroyed. The soft tyre now is just, in the game at least, it's just a qualifying tyre.
Yeah. Like, I think going through that triple right-hander at the end, you don't get that. If you get that wrong, there's ways of getting it right and getting it wrong. But there's also a lot of overtakes going into the corner before it.
So who have we got on track? Sims. Moyland, is he going again? doesn't look
No, I
like
don't
it.
think he is. No.
And Vipers, I think, lining up to start his lap 'cause he's just turned his ERS on.
Yep.
So
we're right on board then. We'll Viper see what he can do up into turn 1.
wide of the apex there.
Why? Yeah, you could tell it was a little bit wide there. So let's see how he goes through the. A little bit wide going through the S's, but still keeps it. Not a lot. Not you don't see this. Not a lot of people usually. How can we say it? Don't sort of keep the throttle pinned, because I've seen it where, you know, like as you go through the S's, instead of sort of, you can still tap your brake, but it's better off to sort of like downshift as you go through the S's.
Use the gearbox to actually slow you down.
Yeah, so as you're going through, you can actually get it right. Use the gearbox to slow you down, and then you'll be able to sort of pick it up a bit more.
When I run through there, I'm 6th and 5th, and then the final before the kick round turn 9. As we go through turn 8, drop it to 4th to get the car to rotate round to then throw you through 9 and 10's flat out anyway.
Yeah. A little bit of a lift there from Viper. Runs a little bit wide. Lucky there to not get that lap time invalidated. But it does improve by 7/10, so 37.9 is improved by there from Viper. So who we got on our lap there? So we've got Slinky and Mosey still out on the lap.
So Hobo's just said it will be a dry weekend. I say just said, he might have said it a little while ago. I just noticed in the chat it's dry weekend and he believes that England will get the win.
We'll have to wait and see.
They've got 20 minutes left.
Yeah, 20 minutes left. Let's have a little nosy flick, see what's going off.
I've literally just got the score up on the top screen.
Right, so Mosey and Slinky started their laps. So Mosey's already at turn 9 and 10. He's coming round fast. Is he actually pushing? No, he don't seem to be. But I think he might go for a push lap now.
I'm surprised they're going for more than one run. They'll all be through to Q2.
Yeah, I am as well.
Would have expected them to start saving tyres.
Yeah, I would as well, actually.
Unless they've not altered their tyre strat and they've got a set of softs for every session, and then hoping to get into Q3 you get the extra set.
Yeah.
So Max has retired. Friends is still in the pits. Spicer's
yeah, Friends is in.
Spicer's on an outlap. Let's stick with Spicer. Someone who can put in a good performance. I've raced with Spicer before. Many years, many seasons back. We were in.
Yeah, I think I've raced with him as well before.
Back when it was VFL.
Pops Tim P1 as well. Simmons retired as well. Ooh, Nice to get a little bit of a tail kick
Did
there
look to get a bit
coming out that
of
hairpin.
kick under trying to get the power back down. So showing as purple sector 2 on my screen, but we all know how
Yep, me too. Yeah.
Codemasters programming skills are
Mhm.
a hit and miss, I think, is the best way to put it.
Yeah, definitely. But we can also bring EA into it as well, because
So 36.5 from Spicer takes him up into 5th. EA had less to do. That
yeah, less to do with it, but
it'll be the next one we're going to start feeling the EA effect, I think.
yeah, yeah, I think so as well. I'm just hoping they don't do it as like, well, I'm hoping they don't mess it up as much as they've done with FIFA.
I'm waiting to see that it's going to start becoming a bloody pay to win. You're going to have to.
Yeah,
Which, if it does, it'll kill the league
it will.
atmosphere, or the league element of it. Not that they
Yeah,
actually
it will definitely.
do anything to actually help multiplayer online,
No.
apart from, oh, we've done an update. You've got a new car livery and a new bug to find.
Yeah.
This,
I mean, it's like I've said before. I think I mentioned it with Gaz as well. Gaz as well, actually. Um, but it's also been mentioned in the other league that I'm in. Why not? You know, like instead of bringing a brand new game out of F1, why not just give us an updated version in an update? Because we're still going to be using the same cars from this season in next season.
yeah, just yeah. So basically, just a livery
So
update.
yeah, just like a livery update, or you know, driver lineup update and stuff like that. And then with this new game, we're not when a new game comes out, we're not having to sort of um, look for bugs and stuff and complain about things. And you know, I like I say, I think it'd be easy if they just make the same F1 game, keep it as it is, but just update us with the liveries and the driver lineup and whatever else needs to be done.
Yeah, I've said a couple of times now. Why don't they do? If they want to do all the career mode and the my team and all of that,
Mhm.
do a version that includes a bit like Red Dead 2 did. They, although it was much later, they brought out the online only as a
Yeah.
separate item. So do a full version that's got the career mode, the my team, and all of that, and then a
Mhm.
separate, just purely online multiplayer,
Yep.
and then people can choose. Because 70, 80 quid, well, 90 quid if you, because they screwed up the press releases originally, so they didn't. The
Mhm.
whole PS5 can't play against PS4 and Xbox
Yeah, and
One versus
you'd have
S,
to
and
sort of
you had.
PS4 users have had to upgrade to a PS5 or an Xbox or
Mm,
whatever to, play with the others, play like online with next gen. Lot.
oh, that sounds like one of the cats has just killed someone upstairs. Because the esports build, I know that's PC, but that's a standalone build.
Yeah.
It still has the same, but if anything, it's got more bugs than this one,
Oh yeah.
especially after the
Yeah.
last esports round where I can't remember which driver it was saying it's a bit of a piss take when 30 minutes before you started they discovered that if you drop your frame rate down to lock to 60 FPS, the physics completely change for the better.
Oh, right, okay. We've lost one driver.
And
There was 15. We lost a driver.
have we
Just
lost
noticed.
a driver, or was there actually only 14 in? Because it has a habit of, if there's not enough drivers for the full session, it numbers them and
I'm
misses a
sure.
random number.
Yeah. I'm sure there was 15. I'm absolutely certain. Excuse me. I'm absolutely certain there were 15.
Spicer's there, Frenzy's there, Viper, and
I'm sure. I swear blind there were 15.
Slinky's in. Is Blitz in?
No clue. I
Yeah,
don't know.
Blitz is in, but he's asking for an invite.
Blitz is in.
I've just got to drop an invite to Blitz.
I'm sure there was 15. So then let's see what King Panda can do then. On a lap to set the pace for everybody else. Still quite a few people on the hard compound tyres.
I hope I was saying in my chat there was 14 in the first session, so the game must have confused us by showing 15 but missing one number in the sequence.
Stupid F1 game.
Tyre data. So Moyland, Vader out on the hards. Marsh and Viper on the mediums. Everyone else currently on the softs. Panda just coming around the triple right-hander.
We got a flag in sector 2, the hairpin.
Got this very wide.
Wow, very wide there from Panda.
Big track extension. That again, track limits. So 135.6 for Panda. But track limits are so inconsistent. If you go off slightly and come straight back on, as Moyland does a 36.2 on the hards, go off slightly and come straight back on, you'll get a penalty. But if you stay off track, keep your foot in it, and come on back on the track later on, you get away with it. As Linky does a 35.3 to take provisional pole for the session. Vader a 38.7. Hobo must have had a moment on that lap, of 46.9.
Yeah, he must have done.
Scarito as well, a 44. Vipers invalidated. Frenzy a 39.5, taking him into 5th. But Frenzy is doing a frenzy and has an awful lot of fuel in that car. Frenzy would always retire in Q1 without setting a lap, so he'd start at the back It's almost a guaranteed way for him
Yeah.
to get driver of the day because he'll work his way through. But he just doesn't like getting involved in the chaos of turn one.
Which I will agree with him on that, because sometimes it doesn't work out and sometimes it does. But starting from the back, but kind of going at the same time as everybody else, but a little bit slower, just to keep away from the carnage.
Yeah. So Blitz is struggling to get back into the game after dropping out of the lobby. Still 0-0 with 3 minutes to go, or plus extra time.
Well, first off, they only had the first time for everything. They only had a minute added on in the first half.
Blitz wants a new invite.
Mosey pops himself up into P5 with a 137 dead. So who's the next driver then that's on a lap? Sims on a lap as well. Panda's on his way back out again. Viper's on his way out on his set of mediums. DXT Anthony's starting his lap as well. So we'll keep an eye on the. Oh, is Sim. As I mentioned earlier, Blitz is back in. Sim, has lost it going around the fast right-hander just before the little kink towards start and finish. So DXT Anthony then. Telling me he's on hard tyres.
Yep, showing me it's on hard as well.
It said mediums when he come out of the pits. But as Codemasters does, purple sector 2. Now, can DXT Anthony keep it pinned going around the right-hander? Which he does, but like I said, going around that right-hander is sometimes difficult, especially if you haven't got the rear of your car stabilised going around it. But DXT Anthony pops himself into P4 with a 136.4 on a set of hard tyres.
Nice time there. Max, Spicer, Blitz on his outlap. Viper all still yet to set a time. Spicer, Blitz and Viper are all on track. Max still in the pits with no time. Sims has done a 150. I expect to see that time drop as he comes around the final corner now. Mid 35, 35.3.
P2, nice. How's King Panda getting on? Panda's just coming through. Is now going towards the double left.
So Spicer's invalidated. Vipers just coming round 14 and 15.
A yellow flag in sectors 1 and 2. Panda stays within track limits. This time round, as he went wide at the last one, and goes fastest as well with the 134.7.
So Viper going wide out at 19, but doesn't get invalidated. Jumps up into 10th with a 38.7. So Panda currently on provisional pole for this session with the 34.7. Slinky in second on a 35.3. So 6/10 advantage there for Panda.
Yep.
Sims in third, also on a 35.3. Moyland, the first of the hard runners, in fourth on a 36.2. Anthony on a 36.4 on the hards. Hobo, I don't know what he said. Let's swap that to that. So Hobo in sixth on a 36.7, that's on the softs. Mosh on a 37.0 was on the mediums for that lap in 7th. Scarito in 8th on a 37.5. Vader in 9th on a 38.7, that was on the hards. Viper on a 38.7 on the softs, and Frenzy a 39.5 with about 40 laps of fuel.
Mate, the last time I did that, I remember, I think it was, I accidentally saved the fuel on one of my setups, and I had like 10 laps of fuel in. And I literally couldn't drive the car
I've done
around
that
the track.
a couple of times in RPR on a Monday. We do an hour practice session and then reset the lobby up for quali in the race, and tweaked my setup during practice, saved my setup but forgot I'd put the full race load of fuel on, so my first quali run was with full fuel. So why am I 2 seconds slower than everyone? Well, why am I 2 seconds slower than the people I'm normally competing with? I just sort of just inside top 10 if I'm lucky. I mean, the fastest in that league are just ludicrous.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Max is on an outlap now with 2 minutes left to go. I'd expect to see everyone start leaving the pits to go for their final runs, although Slinky and Sims feeling confident and have retired in the pits.
Yeah, Moylan's retired in the pits as
Garito as well, currently in 9th, so possibly a bit risky from Scarito. Vader's back out, currently sat in 10th and has put a set of softs on. So that'll be Blitz on his way back in, so I think he'll be happy with 4th at the minute.
Panda's retired as well. So there's still quite a few drivers that can put themselves up to see what happens, but currently at the moment, Hobo's retired in the pits. Nice and Spicer's going into the pits as well.
So it's Max and Viper are going to be the only ones to have a chance to improve and jump up into the top 10. Vader is starting his final run now. Max just coming to the end of to the long right hand. Viper coming through the final corner and will be starting his lap now, so he'll be the last one to cross the line. See what Max can do as he comes around the final corner now. Gets the power down, DRS open, jumps up into 5th, a 35.6. does put Vader in the knockout zone. Vader needs to find 1.2 seconds to jump Scarito. Let's see what he's at when we get to the split. He's coming down the back straight now. Clips the apex of 12 nicely. He's a second up on his times. We need to find a couple of tenths in this final sector. It's on the soft. I'd expect to see him find that. A little bit of oversteer out of 15.
A little bit, yeah.
But picks it up well. Into 19 now.
Oh, he invited. Oh. But that's the thing. I was on board with that, Rob, and he didn't even go. He didn't even go over the line. He didn't even cut the corner. His left front touched the sausage curb.
Track limits. He'll be spitting.
Right, Vader's gonna be annoyed with that. I was like literally. I was on board. I was on board with him, and it was only his left front that hit.
Viper improves, but only up to 11th, so he won't be making it through. So at the end of Q2, we'll be saying goodbye to Viper, Vader, Frenzy, and Spicer.
Yeah, Vader. That was really unfortunate there for him. Like literally not minuscules over the line. But like I say, it's Cody's, isn't it? Go over a little bit too much. We'll yeah, delete your laptop.
It'd help if it would. It just needs to be consistent. Oh, why is it saying migrating host? Oh, Moylan's.
Oh no, Moylan.
Oh, I don't like it when it does that, because I don't think I'm going to be able to invite him back in. Unless it works better on crossplay. I know on PlayStation only lobbies, if the host disconnects for any reason, no one can rejoin the lobby. So as soon as we're in though, I will try and re-invite Moyland back. Oh, it's not even showing us online. Oh, I think his internet be gone again. Oh, he's got a power cut.
Oh no, no.
Oh, is it a power cut or is it power saving by the national grid because everyone's watching the football? And they've decided, oh, 0-0. It has finished 0-0.
Yeah, the game, the match was absolutely poo, so we still could have had everybody racing.
Oh, I hope. I've sent you a invite, Moyland. Hopefully your power comes back soon and you can get back in before the race starts. Or you can get back in.
Yeah, hopefully.
But in the meantime, we have got 5 drivers out on track. Slinky out in front of the pack, followed by Panda, Blitz, and is it Anthony. Hobo's just coming through the S's now. So
Hobo. Oh yeah, sorry, it'll be Anthony first before Hobo.
Oh, do I crack open another beer or do I go on to the Monster?
I'm on my Tyson Fury.
Oh, I've got the new Lewis Hamilton Monster. Yep.
Have you tried it yet?
Oh, I think it's lovely.
What do you think to it?
I love the old one, but this one just blows that out the water.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing is now though, if I go to
Oh, that's where I got
Morrison's,
mine
they haven't
from,
got
was
it.
Morrison's tonight.
Yeah, I got mine from Morrison's, and where I live
Oh,
up at mine, they haven't got it. And I wanted to get one when I went down earlier, and it's like that Prime. I want to try that Prime of KSI Logan Paul, but I'm not going all the way to.
and to find they haven't got any because all the 12-year-olds have been in and bought it, and I've seen lots of
Yeah,
stuff saying that it's actually got quite a few suspect as Linky goes round coming out of turn 9, so he's going to have to hold his ground to not get in the way. Manages to keep out of the way of Blitz, but Blitz is invalidated, so Panda's now our first one to set the time for this session.
see how he does this. Let's see how he does on this lap. Hopefully he doesn't go wide.
Come on, Fred, work harder. My beer's warm.
Going. Stick it in the
That means
freezer for
going
about
in the
a minute.
house. My setup, my little sim room has got fridge, got the TV, got a laptop, got an extra screen as well. It's a proper little man cave.
Yeah, mum.
So Panda round the final corner now, crosses the line of 35-2 to take provisional pole, but Anthony immediately improves over that, a 34-8 from Anthony. Squito's just coming into the hairpin at turn 11. Mr. Hobo, the league owner, 35-5 into third. I know he's got a little bit more pace than that in him.
Yeah, we all know Mr. Hobo's got that little bit more pace in him as well. But we are, and I think Rob might agree with me on this. We also know that Hobo likes to have a little crash.
Oh, it wasn't a full power cut.
Sometimes.
One of Moylan's dogs chewed through a wire. Oh, naughty puppy.
Oh no! Naughty puppy, yeah. CH Max has got a 5-second grid penalty for hitting Hobo.
Not what you want to do, Max.
No. Definitely not.
Blitz just coming up to turn 15 now. Where's my phone pinging?
Panda's retired. Panda's hit the pit lane wall. Panda's hit the pit lane wall. Like the entry to the pit lane.
No, that's... The pit entry can be a pain here.
Panda, if you're still watching, mate, let me know what happened. Because I think I was on board with Blitz and I could just see him. That literally is where Hobo's coming. He was literally roughly smack bang at the beginning
Blitz
of it.
has done a 35-9 to go into fourth. Not seen it come up to say that Moylan's back in, so I'll ping him and...
No, I haven't seen anything
not actually
yet.
showing as online yet at the minute. I'll pick him another invite anyway, just to be on the safe side. So Sims takes provisional pole with a 34-6.
Oh, Max is running.
And Moyland is back in.
Moyland is back in as well.
That means cross-play lobbies work better than PlayStation-only lobbies. which is fine. That's
Yeah.
something to bear in mind for RPR. I want to start getting at least GP2 because they've got RPR have got 3 tiers. There's a race on a Monday, GP1, which is a full no assist race. GP2 on a Friday after the TTFL race, and GP3 on a Sunday. GP2 and 3 both run the same assist options as TTFL.
What time do you
The Sunday
race on
race
Sunday?
starts around about 8:30.
Damn, I can't help you out 'cause I'll be racing. I race on a Sunday now. Do you need a commentator for Friday's one?
Well, I do the commentary for Friday. You're welcome to stick on for that. It's the lobby's starting tonight at 10:30 because a couple of the drivers are working or out watching football and on the beer. Yeah, you're welcome to join me for RPR. You'll recognise half the drivers.
Well, before we do that, I would.
Yeah, because half of them are in
well,
TTFL. Vader, Moyland, Hobo.
Oh, okay.
Moyland does
GP3.
race in GP3. He races GP2 as well. But obviously, Moyland doesn't run assists in any of them. So
I thought he
no,
did.
Moyland's no assists.
Oh yeah, he is, isn't he? That's why he's so damn quick and hard to. Mate, I feel scared just driving or racing him round track.
He is one of the ludicrously fast ones. But Scotty, who occasionally races TTFL, does GP1 and 2 and 3. He does all 3 of them. Yeah. They're fairly well matched on a Friday night. You've got your front battle, and then the mid-pack battle is all the way through the field. It's quite nicely spaced out. They
same
are
track,
at Canada tonight.
Oh, I like a bit of Canada.
I had an absolute mare on Monday at Canada.
Well, actually, do you know what? Speaking of Canada, this other league that I'm in on a Sunday, like literally, it was first race. It was at Canada. From short qualifying all the way through till the race, I literally couldn't set a lap in qualifying. Like literally, I was quick on track. I just couldn't set
track limits.
I could not set a lap time. No track limits. For some reason, I just couldn't set a lap time. It was either I'd run out of fuel, probably a little bit of track limits. Moylan with the 134.
Come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, that's definitely. Right, I've got my winner.
I don't know. I've seen him get.
Don't know yet.
If Sims can improve and get in front, Sims is very difficult to pass. He's got a consistent pace and he can just pump it in lap after lap and defend at all the right times. But he won't be improving because he's into the pits. Anthony is out on track and is improving. He's 2/10 up as he comes into the final corner now. and crosses the line on a 34.2. He found 3/10 in that final sector.
Nice.
Hobo up into 4th on a 34.8.
What about Hobo? Let's go, Mr. Hobo. Oh, and Blitz just invalidates. Right on the
He
end.
won't be happy with that.
No, and I don't think Panda will be happy with what happened to him in the pit lane.
What's Hobo saying? Max rear-ended
I don't think he'll be
Hobo. When Hobo was on his in-lap, Max on his out-lap. Max drove into the back of Hobo. That's why he got the 5-second penalty. Sorry, 5-place penalty.
Yeah, because Max was running with just only one end plate. His left end plate was.
So there is the qualifying order. Moyland will start on pole. DXC Anthony in 2nd. Simseku lines up in 3rd alongside Hobo. Slinky picks up 5th. Panda in 6th. Won't know if he could have improved after his incident on the pit entry. Blitz takes 2nd and was half a second up before his invalidation, so that would have put him into 6th. Max takes 8th, but with that 5-place penalty will drop to 13th. Scarito picks up 9th, and Marshall, who didn't set a lap time, will take 10th. Obviously, Scarito and Mosh will move up due to the penalty for Max. Oh, a lovely sunny day.
I know, it could have been raining. I think that'd have been
So
fun as well.
Tier 1 drivers take the top 4 places.
And then I think Tier 2 it goes. Who's in 5th? Panda, I think. Or is it?
Oh, I can't remember. And
I don't know.
the annoying thing with Twitch, you can't scroll back on your stream to have a look.
No.
I used to stream to YouTube. When I was streaming direct, it was straight on to YouTube, and I could have it running. And so if I missed a sector time, I could just click back in the stream in the back. Not to get my own views up at all.
No. Same here. Right, so obviously top 4 techs in Tier 1 takes top 4. So Panda in P5 from Tier
Blitz
2.
is Tier 1, Scarito's
Blitz.
Tier 1.
Tier 1. Moses Tier 2. Viper's Tier 2. Vader's Tier 1.
Vader's
Frenzy
Tier 2.
is Tier...
Frenzy's Tier 1.
Vader's Tier 2.
Max Spicer's Tier 2.
2.
Why is Anthony in 14th?
Yep.
He qualified 2nd.
That's a good question.
Hobo saying in the chat that Anthony
a
had a gearbox change. But no, that's a game bug again.
that is a game bug. No.
He was
Anthony should be
he
at
was
least
P2.
P4, P5.
Yeah, because
he was
Panda
running P2.
would have been 6th. Yeah, that's right. Blitz got 7th and would have jumped Panda if he hadn't invalidated. Oh, this.
Yeah. So. Oh, this game's fucked up.
Oh, to be a fly on the wall on the party that they've got going. Jake will be going absolutely apeshit.
Oh, yeah.
So this
definitely.
puts Moyland under a little bit of pressure from Sims off the start. Moyland's gone for the hards, Sims and Hobo on the mediums, Slinky on the hards, Panda on the mediums, Blitz on the hards, Scarito's gone soft. That sounds so wrong. So many innuendos there. Motley on the mediums, Viper on the hards, Vader on the medium, Frenzy and Max on the hard, Spicer on the medium, and Anthony on the hard.
It's a lot of different tyre strategies.
Everyone so far managing to line up in their box correctly. Apart from Jake, who's disqualified, probably trying to get back to second. I'd have driven straight through the grid.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I would have.
So 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's go, go, go. Moylan looking to get a good exit, a good start there. Covers off into turn 1. Sims on.
Hobo around the outside of Sims.
And he's got it done. He's locked that place in. He's taken second place off the start. Mosh has got the jump over Blitz as well, taking him up into 6th. Max has had a great start up into 8th. Anthony already up into 10th on his fight back through the field to where he should have been.
Panda's looking for a move on. Slinky into P4 gets the move done. So Panda up into P4 already. Next target will be Sims. Panda's right on the rear of Sims. Panda is looking to make a move on a tier 1 driver. Can he get the move done?
Can.
Panda already up into P3. So what a stop by Panda, but Sims is looking to come back. Sims goes down the inside of Panda. Panda then moves it. Little bit of contact there between. Was there a little bit of
just
contact
came back into
Sims
that. It did look like there was
Panda
contact,
there?
and Sims has lost his wing. Viper looked to have a horrible exit there as well, but has recovered to hold on to 8th place. This could make the stewards' life a nightmare after this.
It could be, yeah.
Moyland holding on to 1st place off the start. Hobo in 2nd is still within the DRS of Moyland. Needs to make the most of that medium tyre to hold on to Moyland now. So when the DRS comes in, he can take full advantage. But he is starting to drop back. Panda's closing into Hobo. So Hobo needs to push along to try and hold on to Moyland to use that DRS to defend from Panda.
Yeah, we've got a spin from Viper. Just coming out of the last. Tyres are a little bit hot, so he's going to be spinning those tyres up. So he's going to have to spin around, slow down a little bit, and pull the tyres down. Blitz is on the rear of Max as well.
So Sims up into 13th as he gets past the spinning Viper after Sims is stopped for a new wing and clocked on a set of hards as well. Max up into 6th. That's good recovery after that grid drop. Hobo just hanging on to the back of Moyland for the DRS, which will become active this lap. And then as they go up the start finish straight, as I start saying he's hanging on to the DRS, he drops over the second back. Curse of the commentator. Right, can we make it work better?
Panda's got the
Hobo now up into 1st. There you go, there's your motivation, Hobo. Use it, take it.
Yeah. Come on, Hobo. P1, mate. Defend that P2 lap, mad. Blitz is the first driver with a first 3-second time penalty for multiple warning. So Hobo is out of the DRS of Moyland, but Panda is still well in it. Panda with the DRS gets that a little bit closer. Looks to go down the inside of Hobo. Panda and Hobo still going wheel to wheel together. Looks like Hobo's kept the P2 from Panda, but Panda's coming back, goes for the switch back underneath. Both drivers still wheel to wheel now. Who's going to have the grapes? Are they both going to have the grapes to go wheel to wheel around the fast right-hander? Hobo runs Panda a little bit wide there. Oh my god, what a great battle between Panda and Hobo, battling it out. This is going to give the time for Moylan to pull away.
I don't want to see the front wing. I want to see the rear wing. Hobo got the DRS there. He was just behind at the detection.
Yeah, Hobo got the DRS there, but what a great battle we've got between a Tier 1 driver and a Tier 2 driver.
That ran all the way from turn 12 all the way through to the final corner.
Yeah. Panda's showing us.
Panda was Tier 1 at the start of the season.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was, wasn't he?
So, Moylan now, because of Panda and Hobo battling, has got a 2.5 second advantage out in front. Blitz is all over the back of Mats as they come onto the back straight. With the DRS, he's got DXC Anthony on the back as well. Can Anthony find a way past Max as they come into the break-in?
Gets past one. Well, I thought Anthony was going to go for a move then.
He is looking around the outside.
He's going to chuck on the side.
And he has got through, so Anthony up 2 places. Blitz got the move done on Max, but stays in second after Anthony gets past, having done 2 in that lap.
So that gap now of Moylan's, Hobo picks up the fastest lap of the race. That gap is still slowly building up, but can we see Panda again try and stick it out with Hobo again within DRS range as well? So we'll have to see what
Hobo and Panda very similar on their ERS availability.
Yep.
Anthony has a big ERS advantage over Blitz as well, as Blitz is trying to hold on to the back of Anthony as they drop down towards the hairpin of turn 11. Blitz and Max still in the DRS range, and Frenzy tagging on.
Panda's going again. This time with the DRS and the use of his ERS to help him get past Hobo, so Panda now up to
closed into Moyland as well.
Yep,
those medium tyres will be coming up to their optimal range now, whereas the hards will take a few more laps.
Hards will be still taking a few more laps, yeah. But like we've always seen before with Moyland and the other drivers, the hard tyres, when they're racing with those hard tyres on, they will actually, Pandy picks up the fastest after the race as well. Moyland can, and I've actually seen this in the rapid picture racing with Moyland, especially if it's a set of hard or medium tyres. Moyland can take those tyres literally
apart from at Zandvoort.
If he wanted to. Apart from
Zandvoort, he picked up a puncher on the final lap, and Frenzy was right on the back, had closed in that final lap, and as Frenzy went for the move, round, I think it was turn 12 or 13, just coming into the banking, Frenzy disconnected from the lobby, so his AI just pulled back in behind.
Oh.
But on Frenzy's screen, it hadn't disconnected, so his screen came up, showed him finishing second. and the official,
Yeah.
the game results showed him taking third. But he put in report to the stewards, and the stewards looked at it and agreed. He had Moyland, and it was a disconnection, but not because his game was still running. Normally, or when I've been disconnected, it just straight up boots me out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought we was gonna have another wheel-to-wheel battle then. Oh, a little bit of contact between Blitz and Max, but not by much. There's not a lot. Friends is still with it as well, so Friends is looking up in this battle as well. Anthony's closer to Mosey going into
Gets the
turn
move
one.
done into turn one.
Gets the move done into turn one as well. But we've got a battle for currently P7 at the moment. DXT Vader's going to try and get into the mix as well. So he'll be catching up with the three guys in
Forming
front.
a nice little DRS train there. You've got
Still got Panda and Hobo close together as well. Mosey and Anthony close together as
Hobo
well.
with the DRS that time, not really drastically closing in on Panda down that straight. So whether Panda's running a lower downforce setup, which will hurt him through the end of sector 1 and the start of sector 3. But having straight line speed can hold that gap through the 2 DRS zones.
Yep, and now we've completely got a four-way battle now. From P7, P8, P9 and P10. 5 to 50 seconds for 3-second time penalty. So, got a little DRS train roughly starting at the back. Got a yellow flag in sector 3, but nothing major there. Panda and Hobo still a few tenths ahead of each other, so Moyland again
Spicer
picking up that
into
gap.
the pits and
Right,
retires
nice
from the
Spicer.
session in the pits. So our
Ooh.
first retirement. Moyland now starting to open that gap out to second place. It's got that up to 2.6. Yep. Hobo still holding on to the back of Panda.
Goes for a late lunge. Can he get the move done? Hobo gets the move done, but will Panda come back? Panda's looking to go for the switcheroo again. Go down the inside.
He's got in front before the right-hander.
Yep, Hobo's got it, but Panda's still closing in. Hobo's still
Panda's going to have the DRS down the start-finish straight. Can he find a way past into turn 1? On board with Panda now as he goes to the inside of Hobo, up to the braking point. Clips the apex.
Hobo ran over the curb a little bit there, trying to make a switch back on Panda. But Panda still keeps that P2. And Blitz is retired in the pits as well, so that's the second driver that has retired. And it was Panda's teammate as well.
What's this battle for 7th going? Frenzy. So, Anthony's up into 5th place now. Missed the move there and is all over the back of Slinky as well as they come onto the back DRS straight. Anthony will have the DRS this time. Goes easily past with that DRS well before the braking zone, gets that move done. So that's Anthony up into fourth. Which makes you wonder where he'd be had he started in P2 where he should have done.
Yeah, I think we would have had a battle on. So, has there been, with Hobo and Panda battling, has there been a little bit of a mistake between both drivers? Because Moylan is now 6 seconds in front.
Their gap backs stayed sort of similar between fourth and back to fourth and fifth. I think Moylan's now just found the flow. Those hard tyres have come into their own. I think the mediums are starting to drop off. Let's have a look at the race director. Why don't you go into it first time around and look at lap times? Moylan's been 39s, 38s, 38s, 39s. Panda's running 39. So last 2 laps, Panda's been 140, 141. Hobo's fairly consistently in the 39s, a 42 on lap 9. I think Moylan's just, those hards have come through.
Yeah, I think those hot tyres have come through, and is literally just gone for it.
So Hobo starting to drop back. He's going to be at risk of not getting the DRS. I don't think he's going to get DRS this time around. He was over the 1 second gap as they go through the detection.
Anthony's also slowly closing that gap as well. So could Anthony? I think this is what Hobo might need. Hobo might need, even though it's lap 11, if Hobo can get help
Get
from
dragged
his
along
teammate
to hold on.
and get dragged along to
So
hold
Mosh
on to
into the
Panda.
pits, drops him down into 9th place, but the first of the medium runners has now pitted. So are we going to see Vader come in to cover off the undercut? He's got a 16-second gap back to Mosh now, as Mosh is trying to get those hards up to temperature. But it's going to be under attack from Sims, whose tyres are going to be nice and toasty and in their optimum range. Heading down towards the hairpin now. Sims should get the DRS. I don't think Sims would need the DRS to get the pass done with how quickly he's closing in. But gets the DRS. And gets the move done.
And there he goes. So Hobo's into the pits.
His front right does look a mess. So Hobo looking for the undercut on Panda, brings him out into 7th.
Yep.
Will Vader get through? No, Vader's into the pits as well.
Yeah, Vader's in the pits. So Panda's now got a little bit of free air behind him.
We'll stay with Panda, see if he decides to pit at the end of this lap. DXT Anthony 3 seconds back from Panda, but on a better tyre at this stage in the race.
Yep.
looking, they're pitting around lap 10. The hard runners are going to be pitting around lap 17. So I think,
Yeah, lap 17, lap 20, I think maybe for the hard tyres.
I think you can eke them out. You can go hard to soft if you've got a good gap behind you,
Yeah.
and the softs will be so much quicker if you can eke them out. As Panda is into the pits immediately, responded to Hobo's earlier stop. Hobo just coming through the final corner now. It's going to be tight.
Gonna be close. Gonna be close. But it looks like Panda does manage to get out the pits.
Hobo will have the advantage with the tyres being up to temperature now. Panda will be having to work quite hard to get those hards up to a decent temperature.
Yep, no, look how close already Hobo's got to Panda. Here's Hobo's mate. Panda still keeps. Hobo still gets the DRS. Hobo's looking to go down the outside this time off Panda. Gets the move done there comfortably on Pandas. So, are we going to see another battle between these two drivers again? I think we will. Panda looking to go around the outside. Both drivers, I can't see what's happening. Looks like Panda got the move done going around the right hander on Hobo.
Hobo will be back in the DRS again. No, up into turn 1. Panda getting a much better drive out of the final corner.
Yeah. Yeah. That was wicked.
As Max
picks himself up penalty. It looks like as well Panda's sort of pulling away on the straights. The more than in the corners.
I think Panda is running a lower downforce setup.
So, again, Hobo is within the DRS.
So 0.6 of gap as DRS opens. And it's 5.5 tenths as they hit the braking zone.
Yeah.
Panda's not excessively using the ERS either, so he's got to be running a lower wing setup.
Yeah, it's got to be. I think Hobo sort of picks the gap back up as they go into the corners. Into the braking and as he gets closer.
Frenzy's closing in on Slinky for 3rd place. So just coming in towards the S's now. This is our only other close battle at the minute. Vader holding on to 10th is... I've got a feeling Vader's had a moment because he's 8.5 seconds back from Mosh.
Hobo picks up a penalty there, a little bit of a jumpy and a sort of internet flicker thing.
So Frenzy with the DRS on Slinky as they come down the back straight. Slinky defends to the inside. Frenzy trying to go around the outside, but Slinky has it covered. Similar on the ERS. Moyland picks up a 3-second penalty.
Oh, Moyland.
Under no pressure and picks up a penalty.
I know, yeah. So Hobo and Panda are actually still battling, but they're also catching up with Max as well. So we could potentially have another battle for P5 at the moment, but there are still a few drivers that's got to stop yet. So the top 5 have got to
Frenzy
pit. Yeah.
was trying the move up into turn 1 on Slinky. He did get ahead, but Slinky managed to cut back and retake 3rd place. So here Max is going to end up giving Panda DRS this time around, as I get a feeling Max's hards are going to be starting to drop off as we are on lap 16. So Panda will get the DRS, which will help him defend from Hobo. Not that he really needs it with the straight line speed he's showing. Let's see, what does Max top out at before the break in? 196, and Hobo was 192. Both with DRS that time around. But 4 mile an hour difference. It's quite a difference in top speed. Frenzy still... No, Frenzy into the pits.
Anthony is in the pits as well.
So Slinky will move up into P2. Max will take P3. Panda P4. Make that P3 as he gets past Max, but Max fights back into turn 3. Nearly side by side as they go into the S's. This will work to Hobo's advantage because they're going to be slowing each other down. And you...
Yep. It might actually also.
Yeah, Anthony on those mediums is going to have a lot better traction coming out of the hairpin.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gained half a second on this lap. Max and Panda still battling away down the back straight as the camera angle goes completely useless.
Hobo's going for a move as well. Down the inside, Hobo goes a little bit
He'll
deep.
have the inside for the right-hander.
What?
Gets the move done. Can he hold on to it?
He will.
Max's car looking a little jittery there.
He does.
I don't know if that's a connection. We've got Anthony right on the back of Max as well. As Max peels off.
Max is going into the pits.
So that's going to give Anthony the DRS on Hobo, who's not got the DRS from Panda. So Panda definitely running less downforce because he opened the gap down the start finish straight even with the slipstream.
Yep.
Moyland with a nigh on a pit stop in hand over second place. Second place still to pit as well.
I think another two laps for Moyland, depending how bad his hard tyres are. I'd probably say another lap or maybe 2 laps, and then pit for
Viper
maybe it's that
keeping
soft
out the
tyre.
way as they go down the back straight. Keeping out of the way of the cars that are coming through to lap him. Viper has been into the pits and put a set of softs on. How many stops has he had? I know he had an early stop. No, he didn't have an early stop. He's only done one stop.
Yeah, I think the only driver to stop. No, I don't think
No, they've
anyone
not.
stopped.
Slinky into the pits from second. Pushes Panda up into second. Anthony in third. Hobo in fourth. Panda is coming under pressure from Anthony though. As they come into the S's, he is closing in with that medium tyre now up to temperature. Hobo's dropped back, is now a couple of seconds back on Anthony, but is closing through the S's. Panda definitely slower through the downforce heavy sections of the track. Anthony now with the DRS. The inside gets the move done well before the braking zone. Cleanly through there, so Anthony back up, well, say back up into second where he should have been starting from. Moyland staying out.
Yep.
I think Moyland is going to try and push these hards as far as possible.
Yeah,
he's got enough
soft
to
tyres to the end, unless I don't want to say it because commentators curse as always.
He's trying to cover it off.
It might not happen. Yeah, he's trying to cover it off to see if anything does happen. But like you said, Rob, Moyland's a pit stop ahead. And I think it's like 20. Is it like 26 or 28 second pit stop loss?
I don't think it's that. I swear it's 23. It's only 23 because.
Or is it 30?
It's not a massively long pit.
No, it's not, in it. No, it's not, is it? So if Moyland wished to pit
he'd
now,
be out in front of Anthony. Actually, I can find out.
I'm sure it's more than 23 seconds pit loss. Sure it is.
Start. Put that on windowed. Let's go to Moyland. Away. Why are you not showing me that? Oh, I need to close that. So I'm looking at something. I run SimHub. So if Moyland pit now, he'd come back out in first.
Yeah.
If Anthony had to pit now, he'd come back out in seventh. When he's not, he's obviously he's on mediums, but for when I'm racing, I run a program called SimHub. It gives me a telemetry based dashboard display which I run on a different screen, and one of the things on there is your pit rejoin.
Nice.
Gives you all your tyre wear, tyre temperatures, damage screen. There's quite a bit of detail in it, but certain drivers have their telemetry set to public, so I can look at that from in spectator view and see their tyre. I know what Moyland's tyres are on. I'm not going to say
How the frick do you do that?
If you
I think the only thing that's popped up before for me, for telemetry wise, is the tyres, and that's it. But to see everything else, but Moylan now pits.
he'll be going on to softs. There he is.
Soft, soft
He
tyres
wants
for Moylan.
he wants all the bonus points this weekend. He got the pole. He wants the
Yep.
fastest lap as well. Right. Technically,
Yep,
Viper
he
could
does.
steal it off him if he pitted for another set of softs. Scarito's got enough of a gap back to cover that off. Vader could as well. Everyone else, they're in too close of a battle to really risk it. So
Yeah. Now, Hobo's really lost some pace now. Friends is right behind him. Oh, I wonder if Hobo's tyres are a little bit too worn out. Friends is looking to make a move. Oh no, but gets the move done on Hobo as
Hobo's
well.
tyres don't look too bad from a wear perspective.
No, and it seems to be getting a little bit cloudy.
Oh, we're gonna have
again.
a little bit of rain towards the end.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of rain.
Oh, that would make it very interesting. So, Hobo sitting in. Where am I about? Max and Simseku, as Simseku goes round the outside of Max in the final corner. Max has got the DRS. Later on the brakes into turn one, gets the inside, gets that place back. But Sims isn't going to take that line down. He's all over the back of him as they go into the S's.
No. Now, I think I may have my driver of the day. I think. But then again, Codemasters might give it to the
I
right
think
person.
Cody's will.
And Hobo's left. Where's Mr. Hobo gone?
Oh, Hobo. Right, I've re-invited him, but that's going to drop his AI. He's got a 10-second gap back to Slinky. Hopefully he can get back in and retake control, but if he does, his tyres are going to be ice cold. As Moylan's found a couple of times in lobbies, he's had a connection issue. When he's rejoined, his tyres are on -10. And just don't want to regain temperature. Hobo's still not back in.
There he is.
I've jumped on board so I can read his temperature display on the wheel. That's still saying they're on 92. So it looks like cross-play lobby doesn't screw your tyre temperatures. Okay, so there's either Cody's have fixed all the lobby glitches with rejoining, or crossplay is more stable than a straight PlayStation lobby. Now it is all pretty separated now.
So, like I said, Rob, I've got my driver today, but I'm stuck between the two. Because one driver's dominated the race from the start, and the other driver has come from back of the grid.
Yeah, mine is going as it stands to the driver who's recovered from the lobby being a bag of crap.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with you.
There's
on that.
still 3 laps. Oh, yellow flag. That's Mosh.
Yellow.
Had a moment, but has recovered, kept it going. You can't understate how dominant Moyland has been in this race. He has just driven.
No, you can't. But
without fault. Cue commentator's curse. I'm watching him to see if he makes a mistake now.
Yeah, yeah.
But
but like I say, I'm sorry, but it's got to be given to Jake, because he was supposed to have started P2 and he got plummeted all the way down to P14. So I think if Jake was to have started P2, I reckon we'd have had a battle on our hands between Moylan
definitely,
and Jake.
it'd have been putting him under pressure. We are lap 26 of 28. Well, it's a good job I told RPL we're starting their lobby late.
Well, I think what I'm gonna do, mate, I think I'll miss out for tonight, and I'll probably join you.
That's not a problem, mate.
But like I said, I mean, the race isn't over yet, but I think this would work better. You know, if we merge both the tiers together for like next season or something.
Because,
but I don't know. I don't know how complicated it's going to be with doing the point scoring.
Tiers were done originally. TTFL did evaluation races and separated, because they had 40. I think it might have even been more than 40 drivers. So they separated everyone based on times round 2 tracks and sort of scored everyone. So everyone, both tiers were similar paced. So sort of the fastest 20 in tier 1, the other 20 in tier 2. But as the season's gone on, I think it's not helped with the bugs and everything within the game. Drivers have dropped out, and then the Xbox PlayStation crossplay lobby, the original plan was to run tier 1, tier 2, and then Xbox as its own standalone for this first season of the game, and then once crossplay was out and stable, so season 2 of the game would be full crossplay. But because of driver numbers, fairly early on It was just amalgamated once crossplay came out. But I believe the plan is to run evaluation races for the Xbox and PlayStation drivers all, and then rejig the tiers, but I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work, as we are now on the final lap. So Moylan just coming through to the S's for the final time. He's got a 10-second advantage over Anthony in second place. There are no real close battles.
No. And the penalties are pretty split as well. Viper, Mosey and Slinky all have 6, and then everybody else has a 3, apart from Vader, Screeto and Panda.
No one's... the only one that are close are Mosh and Sims. Sims is right on the back of Mosh.
Sims is all out, right on the back.
So he's going to get the place on penalties regardless. But I know he'd sooner take the place on track as well.
Yep.
Vader just coming across the line to start his final lap, as Moylan does cross the line to take the win. That's back-to-back wins for Moylan. I'm sure of it. I swear he won last week. So Anthony picks up P2. Panda will come across the line to take P3. Frenzy was getting close to Panda. I know the penalties are going to make it look like he was further back, but he was only 1.5 seconds back off of Panda. Hobo picks up P5. Slinky will come across the line to take P6. Max now round the final corner to take P7. Sims has got in front of Mosh and has pulled a second lead, but then spins it coming round the triple round.
He spins it. Oh.
So is Mosh going to get the 3 seconds over City? Has.
He has 6.7.
That spins cost Sims 8th on track, and it's going to cost him. Yeah, he's going to stay 9th with the penalties. Vader will come round the triple right-hander now, and will, barring any issue in the last couple of corners, pick up 10th place. So Moylan takes the win for tier 2. Panda will pick up the win for Moylan takes the win for tier 1. Panda will pick up the win for tier 2.
Panda picks up the win for tier 2.
And the game has done it right.
And look at that, Codemasters gives it the right driver. Just as we decided. But like I say, I think if DX Anthony was in P2 at the start, we'd have had a race on to P1.
Codemasters absolutely screwed Jake over there. Tried to redeem themselves by giving him a well-deserved driver of the day. But there is confirmation of the final order. Moylan takes a win, Anthony in 2nd, Panda picks up 3rd, Frenzy in 4th, Hobo in 5th, Slinky in 6th, Max in 7th, Mosh in 8th, Sims in 9th, Vader in 10th, Scarito in 11th, Viper in 12th, Blitz in 13th, and Spicer in 14th. Fastest laps go to Moyland, and in tier 2 Vader picked up the fastest lap. I'm getting that info off of my chat from Hobo. So Panda
Oh,
gets
yes,
the
you
win
did.
for tier 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Vader gets
Linky
the fastest lap.
gets second. Max gets third. Moss gets fourth. Vader gets fifth. Viper ends up in sixth for tier 2. Right, thank you everyone for watching along. I'm going to take a break for 20 minutes while I go and sort out Rapid Pixel Racing, but I'll be back next week, and it's Mexico next week, and it's a sprint, so it'll be short quali, sprint, and then
Yes.
the full race.
Ooh. That'll be fun.
That will
That'll
be right.
definitely be
I'm
fun.
going to jump off because I need